Hello guys, it's your boy RFO here, and here we go with my top 7 supports for Warriors of Lore 2017 as well. So we're gonna do supports, we're gonna do enforcers, you could say tanks, and that'll be it. Mages as well. So yeah, the reason why I put 7 is because there are a few amount of supports that I really think are just too good. So Akana is one of those supports that just fit in pretty well. She has a first ability charm that allows for stopping of gank, which is what you really need, because that's pretty cute how she just does her little thing. Has a second and a third ability, heal as well. She does have her second ability does heal, and her third, her ultimate, also does heal as well. Her first attack has a stun. Her third and fourth ability combined for immobilization of enemy, so you want to make sure you have that as well. She does have low sustainability, but she does a lot of damage. If you just kind of keep her in the back and just continually attack, you should be basically fine. So make sure you just keep up with that, and you should have no problem. But the next on the list, number 6, has to be Nekrios, because Nekrios is pretty good in terms of kind of surviving. What I'm really looking for is team support, in terms of being a support, like abilities that support your teammates rather than things that buff you up to help your teammates, if you get what I'm saying. If you can do both, that's even perfect. But yeah, the reason why I chose Nekrios as the number 6 on my top 7 supports is because he has invisibility for adding sneaky support, helping him basically jump in and ganks on fights and all that stuff. His third ability allows for a good survivability rate. Third ability also allows for team member safety by granting shield and extra damage, so you want to make sure you keep that on deck. Fourth ability heals current ally possessed, but he does have very low sustainability, so without him actually being on an ally, he isn't actually really that strong. He does have low sustainability when he's by himself, so his survival rate is pretty short. But his fourth ability heals the current enemy possessed by taking life from the opponent and giving it to him. He does give a shield and does extra damage because he automatically attacks. He does have an AoE for his first ability, and he can grant a shield, of course. Also, he has weakness for his first ability, so it helps in game, just in case if you kind of want to do a little bit of damage yourself or help out your teammates. Just throw one of those off before you possess an ally. And yeah, overall Nekrios, he's really low on this list because he supports himself. But I guess you could say the third in this list is going to be Moffer. So Moffer is kind of a new hero 2017. He came out not too long ago, towards the middle, more beginning, I guess you could say, of 2017. The reason why I chose Moffer is because he has an AoE stun, a heal, and a magic boost for medium sustainability. So that's pretty good. I mean, he has a heal and a magic boost for his second ability, which gives him medium sustainability, for the reason why he has an AoE stun as well. His third ability has immunity and immobilization. I can't even talk. His third ability has immunity and immobilization, allowing him to be very mobile. His fourth ability also allows him to provide team support, so he's going to be that one hero you need him on your squad, because he gives a good damage output and can also support your teammates. So our fourth member on this list is going to be Yuzugong, and the reason why I chose Yuzugong is because Yuzugong, well, of all the supports, he has special talents. We'll put it like that. He has special talents. Don't give him, don't leave him out. Yuzugong is, I would have to say, more on the offensive side. I mean, more on the support side, actually. Here's why. His first ability has a shield and a health regen, plus it's an AoE ability, so he can heal allies with that and also give shields to them, which is a good thing when you're into a team fight and you know your allies are low on health and you need to give it some health, back them up. There you go. I mean, he has medium range AoE stun, so that's what we're really looking for in support. Yuzugong is lower on this list because, well, I'm looking for, like I said, support heroes that support their teammates with their abilities rather than buffing themselves and supporting themselves in order to give teammates backup, even though I would prefer both, which you're going to find some on this list. But yeah, Yuzugong is a powerhouse because he just keeps healing up. He heals up, he heals up, he heals up. His third ability has team heal and damage increase, so he's just healing himself up and buffing up his teammates, and he's just giving out so much life, and he's just really hard to take out. You have to focus on him, but it's hard because he can just give out heals and heals and heals, and he has a stun to protect himself. He can also provide continuous AoE damage in team fights, so he's pretty good. You definitely want him on your squad. That's all I'm gonna say for Yuzugong. He has just a lot of mobilities. You can pretty much see just all around the area. Very good for ganks, but team fights in particular, he's perfect for. Type of builds you want to go for, mostly defense and magic damage, but I would say mostly defense. Leave the magic damage alone. But yeah, that's Yuzugong. And our next hero is going to be Lilith. Yeah, so our next hero is going to be Lilith. I'm a little weird. I don't have my coffee, and I just really woke up and I'm really tired. I probably shouldn't have recorded this, guys. I'm sorry. I feel like I have brain farts all over the place and I'm not thinking properly. But yeah, our third hero on this list, drum roll, is Lilith. The reason why I went with Lilith is, well, Lilith may be an easy hero to get, but she can do, even for a really cheap support, 10 soul stones. She just has a lot of abilities that make her a tough opponent. All of her abilities can help her allies in one way or another. None of her abilities are like selfishly for her. Again, all of her abilities coalesce with an ally. Okay, so being a support, she has knockback, stun, and team heal. So she's healing her allies and herself, the team. And she has knockback along with the stun, because the knockback is stun. Her fourth and her first ability combo allow her to shut down a chase. So if you're being chased on a gank, maybe you're on top lane, you're being chased down, and you just manage to pull up in time to help out your ally, you can pop in there. You know, you can immobilize, you can throw in a little tornado, bam, stun with the immobilization. So you can immobilize one enemy and then you can knock back the other, and hopefully you can time it right. You can knock back them into each other, get a double stun. Fourth ability, like I said, immobilizes enemies, which helps with team ganks. She has medium, actually she has low sustainability, and to be honest with you, she cannot take damage very well. Against 80 characters, they just plow right through her. I think of a good AD carry, Wolfric would probably plow through her. I would have to say Raikuo definitely in a few hits would definitely just destroy her. No doubt about it. So yeah, she's not the best. She's not the best, but she does have her reasons. Medium, like I said, medium sustainability and survival rate, so she can stay in the battle for a very long time. Kind of low survival rate, low sustainability and survival rate, so she can't be in battle for very long, but she can give out as much support as she can while she's in there. She has high spell damage for ganks, so if you ever want to gank with her in a team fight, maybe like 2 against 1, she does have a high spell damage, so she can give out a lot of damage output, especially with her third ability, which does slow. She does have slow, AoE slow, so she's all around a very good hero. Like, people take her for granted, but she's really good. I gotta give her some credit, okay? Lilith is not terrible. But yeah, on to the last. Well, actually, we have 2 more heroes. So I did say 7. On to the 6th. Well, actually, on to the 2nd hero is Namone. The reason why I went with Namone is because, well, Namone is it's hard to explain him. He just has a lot going for him. He just has a lot of benefactors that make him extremely hard to take out sometimes. Like per se, well, he can provide shields that can protect and do damage. So he can provide a shield that can protect and do damage. That's pretty important in a team fight when you have really weak heroes on your side. Throw in a shield that can do damage to them, so you can kind of boost them up. His second ability also allows him to provide team heal and do damage as well. So he's more of a dual type attack person. His ultimate also gives him team heal and AoE damage, so he just has a lot of damage output along with a lot of heals. So he's consistently giving boosts to his allies, providing shield, doing damage, healing them all at once. So he just has a lot of basically buff. He's just kind of a really buffy support type guy, which is what you want. That's why he's really high on this list, because in terms of a team fight, he can keep your allies in battle for a long time. His 4th is an AoE mobilize ability that allows them to engage or disengage. So you know, if you want to use your 4th ability, you can either engage or you can disengage, which would be a smart idea. You don't want to exactly engage all the time, but if you want to disengage, maybe you're losing the battle, go ahead and pop that and just hurry up and run out real quick. Yeah, he's also great as a tank with the right builds. Having medium sustainability makes him great for gank support, so always want to look out for Namone, because Namone is not a bitch. Namone puts in the work, and he definitely deserves his title. I don't know what you can say about Namone. He's a pretty impressive hero. You can say he's probably one of the 2nd most OP, and this is like my opinion, but I think in general in top supports, Namone is without a joke one of the top supports. He just gives out too much benefactors. Having him on your team can actually change the whole chemical makeup. Say if you have really 2 weak heroes that don't really comp with each other, putting Namone on that team might help the composition a little better and increase survivability rate in battle, and kind of just help you out overall. Don't give Namone no discredit, because he can actually put in some work. It just depends on your team build as well. You want to watch out for your team build, because if you have a bad team build, then Namone might not work. But in most general cases, if you need a support on your team, he's the one you want to go with, because he really does help out, and he can kind of give out damage as well. So it's not like you're kind of doing all the work. But I hope you guys are ready for our drum roll. Number 1 hero of this spotlight list, Reyna. Yep, I said it. We're gonna go with the Reyna, the little carrot witch girl. The reason why we're going with Reyna as the number 1, and I think she is the best support in this game. And I'm gonna have a few facts to back that up. Strengths and weaknesses, mostly strengths, because she is the best support, I believe. Has like 0 weaknesses really. I can probably state like 1 off the bat, maybe 2, probably not. But the reason why I chose Reyna for the first, Reyna as my first support is because she just has all of her abilities, like I said, just like Namone and Lilith, affect her team, but they also can do both. So she's the only hero that I know that can actually do both, as in help her team out. She does not have any heals, unfortunately, but she can help her team out in other ways, as of getting into like engaging and disengaging, going into battle and helping your teammates against fighting, and kind of running away on chase. So she's an all-around hero, and of all the supports, she just has the most mobility, and when she's on the field, she does her job very well if you can play her right. So she's not a showboat. She actually does a lot of damage, to be honest with you. So Reyna is our top pick. I know that there are a lot of new supports put into the game, new heroes and stuff like that, so they might have taken this spot, but this is my opinion. So she most likely is the best support, and I'm going to tell you why I think so, because of all her benefactors and and just overall just look at her skill base and what she can do. I mean, her first ability is probably the only weakness she has, but her third ability, I mean, all her other abilities basically play a part to some extent. So let's check out Reina. She has a second ability that can immobilize enemies, so that's honestly what really helps her out in her case. During a chase, you can go ahead and immobilize an enemy from doing any damage to you, or you can stop them from being able to use any of their abilities. So kind of acts as a silence. Her third ability also provides a 7-second AoE boost. So that's pretty good. It gives it to boost to all nearby allies to help you either run into battle or run out. So like I said, she does have the engage and disengage. Her fourth has a stun that's great for helping out teammates in a battle, because that stun is really effective, and it does a stun over time, so you can get damage off and potentially stun an enemy twice. So it's good with her second and third ability. Pop her second, then go with her third, and you have massive damage. Then go with her fourth. She has a disengage and an engage, good for team support factors, highly sustainable and survivability. Has high sustainability and survivability, extremely. She may look really small and really weak, but she's actually very strong. She can actually tank better than Namone, and some of the tanks actually on here, I think there's some tanks on here that are weaker than her, to be honest with you. She has fast attacks and good movement speed, so she's good for chase factors and ganks. So she's an all-around type hero. She doesn't have anything that really benefits her to the max, but she does. Her first ability is kind of a stingy ability, but it survives continuous. It adds continuous damage to the battle, consistently doing damage, and overall she's just amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have, make sure to like, subscribe, give me some feedback on my top 7 support heroes for Warriors of Lore 2017. She is legit, and yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, give me some feedback, vote on the new LP. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that bell button, and bye bye.